I spoke this morning on ASEAN 2020. I started off by explaining how the Asian power grid is being slowly developed. So there's a lot of opportunities for it, but it's not being implemented at the rate it should be. With the AEC coming on at the end of this year, there should be a lot more impetus put into it. The other half of the speech that I gave was a review of the various countries within Southeast Asia, where the potentials are and where there's risks that need to be mitigated. The bright points are that solar, particularly in the Philippines, Thailand has been that way for a long time, is being pushed. The Philippines is going through its second round of solar power. Indonesia is starting to get heavily into renewable energy. Geothermal has always been there, but it's also starting to promote distributed power through things like biomass, wind in various locations where there actually is some wind. There's a lot of hydro that's going to come online in Laos in the foreseeable future. Well, start construction rather than come online. So renewable energy is definitely starting to take off or grow even further. In Myanmar, there's regulatory regimes being put in place. Once that actually comes into place for the thermal side, then they can start putting a lot of emphasis on putting it in for renewable energy as well. In Cambodia, we're working on development of a new city on the electrical side. We're also expert witness in a case that's going to go to litigation sometime next year. In Laos, we're working on a biomass plantation project and on a mine mouth project. In Myanmar, we're working on the first IPP that's going through project financing. That will be used as a template for all future Myanmar projects that are project financed. We're also working on the mine study there. And we're working on coal plants generally in Myanmar. In Thailand, the company has grown significantly to the point where my presence is not particularly needed. The company is very much running itself. It gives me the opportunity to go and work in their other locations and to build them up. Some of the projects that we're undertaking, we were doing at one point a huge amount of solar. We're still doing solar. But we've gone from just being a lender's engineer and an owner's engineer into doing EPCM, so taking on a lot more risk, taking on a lot more involvement in the projects. We're working on a bioethanol project in the country, which is one of the major bioethanol projects in Southeast Asia, and we're working on a lot of waste to energy projects. GE is working on 4 different projects up in Japan, the largest of which is 230 megawatts DC. It's the largest solar project in Asia. It's got another 3 years to go through construction. Through that, we're working on other solar projects. We're expanding the team up there, which is why I'm going to go and spend a lot more time up there. The main aim is to help foreigners coming into Japan. There's a lot of Thai investors. And ultimately to help Japanese going overseas as well.